Anchoring stern to can be daunting. Here's how we do it.
Sailing virgins, yeah!
Just hiked up to the top of the hill in Marigot Bay. Down there is a gap between two big super yachts. I'm going to show you how to anchor stern to. G'day, I'm Jack.
I'm James.
And we're Sailing Virgins. Today we're going to show you how to anchor stern to on the dock. It can be a bit tricky sometimes, and today the dock staff have given us two super yachts to go between.
And we asked him, you know, should we go left or right of center, and he goes, do whatever you want, just don't hit them. So we're going to show you the setup, then we're going to show you the lead in, we're going to show you the drop, and then tying up. So it's in 4 different parts. So let's go.
Cheers.
Yeah. I'll start with showing you the line setup. We're going to set up the 2 stern lines, and we're going to set them up for a throw. I'll actually use this opportunity to tell you our way of doing a throw. Firstly, we lock it. What we do here is we coil it in a long coil, getting all the kinks out, which is the point of coiling. And then the last part here, they're little coils. So when we actually do the throw, it's going to be much more manageable. And I usually separate these coils so they're sort of sitting like this, because a lot of the time you just got to have to throw the small one and sort of drop the long one, and it'll go where you want it to go. So I'm going to do the same to this other side, and Jack's going to show you the fender setup.
Righto, so today we're actually going between these 2 super yachts over here. I don't know if you can see in the background, but they're bigger boats than us, so I'm going to have the fenders set up just below the tow rail on the widest part of the boat. You know, if we were going alongside a dock or alongside smaller boats than us, we'd have the fenders set up a bit lower, but today we're going for the widest part of the boat. Cool. Right, set him up. Nice. So I'm tying up the dinghy at midships here. It's out of the way of the bow where we're dropping the anchor, and it's out of the way at the stern where we could get a prop wrap. We're tying it on the leeward side so that, I don't know, if everything goes pear-shaped, it's going to work as a giant fender. So you always want to have the anchor ready so that when the person at the helm calls to drop the anchor, you don't have to say, oh, give me a minute, I'll get it over the front. So, to get it ready for us on this boat, the anchor doesn't fall perfectly over the front. And if you do let it over quickly, it's going to fall over and give the bow an almighty whack. So I actually just ease it over by hand like this, take the weight of it, it's not heavy, and then it's over the front. As soon as the person on the helm says drop, I'm dropping. I'm not saying, oh, give me a minute and we're wasting 10 meters. So that's the anchor ready to go.
Yeah. So we're just going past having a look now at the actual spot, and we can see one of the super yachts, this guy on his right here, has the line that's going down. So there's a good chance that we're going to cross that anchor. That's no big deal as long as everyone is talking. So we're going to come out, drop quite far out and come back in. So it's really nice to sort of just scope out the spot before you come in. So the wind is coming in from here, and it's really critical which side the wind comes from. You can probably hear it, but I can feel it on me here. It's really obvious. Now we're going to be hiding a little bit behind this super yacht as far as wind goes, but still we're going to feel some of it, and so we really have to be aware of that. Always when parking, we've got to be aware of the wind direction. Forward, James. Righto, we're ready to go now if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So what we're going to do is we're going to back up as about 4 to 5 boat lengths away, perpendicular, and then we're going to do the final turn and Jack will start dropping. So we've done the scoping out, and we're about 4 or 5 boat lengths downwind actually. We ideally want to do this upwind. You can't always do it upwind, but if you're backing into the wind, it's pretty handy. So Jack's happy on the, and I'm in reverse now, and I only want to go in reverse once. Sailing virgins.
Where are you from?
You know, when we say sailing virgins, everyone in America is like, sailing virgins. What do you mean sailing virgins? So now we have to talk American. Sailing virgins. All right, so I'm in reverse, and we're just gonna let the boat settle down in reverse now. So we've started the approach, and we're going perpendicular to the dock. It's really good to go in right angles, to think in right angles, because then you have a good perspective of where you are. I've got the attention of the super yachts. They'd be stressing right now. So if you want to be cheeky, look like you have no idea what you're doing. And now I can see the super yacht around which we're turning. Of course, the wind crops up just as we need it not to. And then we start the turn. Jack's ready on the front. And now I'm doing a strong turn. And Jack, okay. Let's go. So Jack started the drop.
9, 10. So I'll raise one finger. So if he glances up this way, he's going to know roughly how much chain we've dropped.
I want to stay in reverse and have a nice straight line. And he starts the drop just before we really finish the turn.
The main really important part of this job up here on the anchor is that we don't want to run out of chain. Quite often chains aren't actually secured to the boat, and if you've got somebody up here that is dropping, and they don't watch in the anchor box, they're going to drop the chain, it's going to flip over the front, and it's going to be on the bottom. And I know plenty of people who've lost anchors at the bottom.
So that I have the maximum amount of anchor out. Now I can feel that Jack on the anchor actually has the control. So I can give lots of reverse to the boat now, but we can only go as fast as our anchor will allow.
We've got 70 meters of really good chain on this, and we have a Rockner anchor. Rockners are absolutely great. We very rarely have trouble.
So Jack shows we've got 30 meters out. We're going to be using pretty much all of our anchor for this maneuver, which is perfect. You want to be really long on your anchor on an anchor stern too. Working in the yacht week when we had 60 or 70 yachts doing this maneuver, it was a point of pride to empty out your anchor locker. If you come in and you finish and you have 5 meters left, then you're a legend.
Watching.
So we're coming here. I'm going to say keep going down, and soon I'm going to say stop.
See how this goes. Look at this, absolutely spot on. So we've got not even 5 meters of chain left. The aim of the game is always get as much chain out as possible. I would say he's probably nailed it. Let's go and give him a hand. Yeah!
So now I can throw this to forward. Thanks, mate. And look, we've just stopped at the right angle. Forward, lock that on the windward side. And then I'm just going to send this to forward on the lead. Thanks for that. Great. And you'll notice once Ford locks that off, in fact we might even slip that actually. Do you mind giving that? Yeah. So he's going to send it back to Jack as a slip, and you'll notice that we're really tight on the anchor, which is perfect. Like I'm going reverse, giving it about 1500 in reverse, and we're about half a meter away, which is really good. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, you can, and Jack can do that.
So it can be a bit daunting sometimes. Today was maybe no exception, coming in between two super yachts. But if you just sort of break it down into those parts, you have your fenders set up properly, you drop at the right time, the person on the anchor knows what they have to do. Always throw the windward line first. Once you're in that position with a windward line on, you're pretty well under control from there, and you can usually sort out anything that's going on.
Yeah, so the key tips are having your fenders on, really understanding the leeward side is where you're going to be going if things go wrong. So as Jack said, tie in the windward side. Try and keep things at right angles wherever you can, and have really good communications between person dropping the anchor and person on the wheel.
James likes the right angle method because it breaks it up nicely rather than sort of zigzagging through and sort of half knowing where you're at and suddenly we're a bit off. If you come in at right angles and then you spot where you want to go, you turn in and you come straight in. It's a nice idea, I think.
So we hope you enjoyed this, watching this, and you got a lot out of it, and next time you do an anchor stern 2, you're going to nail it.
Sailing Virgin.